Well, we are embarking on a new time in our year this year for our sermons because we finished Matthew. We finished up this past Sunday by looking at the Great Commission. But what's great is that moment with Jesus really launches us into what we're going to talk about this week in the book of Acts. So we're going to be in Acts chapter 10. And Acts chapter 10, something really important and famous happens. If you've ever read through Acts or done a study through Acts, you know that that Acts 10 is super, super important because it's the moment when the Gentiles get fully brought in to this new way of life, this kingdom of God, this way of living and being in the world. And that happens through Peter, and it happens in a really unlikely kind of way. Peter is even a little bit resistant to it, but he receives this vision from God, and he's told that what God has made clean, do not call unclean. And so he goes to the home of Cornelius, and on and on and on, and Cornelius and his family get converted, and it's just it's an amazing chapter because without it. Without that moment, who knows where we all would be? It's just such a pivotal and important moment. And of course, it comes on the heels of the Great Commission, like I said, where Jesus talks about, commands his disciples to go make disciples, baptize, and to teach, right? But he tells them to the end of the earth, to all the nations. And the disciples, takes a little bit of time, but they finally take that seriously, and this is that moment when that happens. So I'm really looking forward to talking about it and the implications that it has, how Peter gets used, and it's a really, really fascinating story and one that I like a lot. I think I mentioned this last week, but in case I didn't, next week we'll also be in Acts for one more week. But then after that, we're going to do a study of Romans for, I don't know, probably like 14, 15 weeks. We're going to spend a good amount of time, a few months in Romans. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's a book that obviously I've read a lot, but I've never done a study like this with it. So I'm excited to do that. We're going to kind of go just chapter by chapter, taking it and looking at it. So that's kind of where we're going this Sunday, Acts chapter 10. Read along with us and be blessed by that. So I hope to see you all this Sunday, and whether you're here or not, I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed week.